move it.
I think we're talking about having one next week. I think I was gonna push it on to our next court meeting, 29th.
So we'll all be gone, Hatfield, till Thursday night next week.
Yeah, so next week wouldn't work anyway with it. So
Unless we did it on Friday.
we'll do them on the 29th. That'll be Tuesday, our
After
regular
our
court meeting.
regular court
We'll have everybody. And that's gonna give our new guy some time to sit and look.
Yeah,
Figure
see.
him all next week to look at his
Okay.
budget. So today, our last one today is gonna be extension office.
Oh, okay.
We'll be done here in a minute, and then, we'll just redo, start back over on, our next court meeting.
Okay.
All right, we ready? Y'all ready over there?
We ready.
10:54, we'll, call the meeting back to order. Next up is our extension office, Miss McDonald. Good morning.
Good morning, how's everyone?
Right, you.
All right, all right.
We got your letter there.
Yes,
I
sir.
said you're asking for an increase in your travel, and we know that those costs continue to go up. And a change in one of your office staff pay,
Yes, sir.
and that's just because we're doing more. How, I guess you're happy with your latest addition, your 4-H agent?
Yes,
And all that, that's going well. We had, when we hired her and then got the state to pick up more of our costs, we continued to aim those leftover dollars at programs.
right.
I guess I haven't looked to see how you've done spending that. Are you, that's still covering, those monies are covering?
It's still covering, and we're greatly appreciative of that. And, I do wanna make you all aware that, in extension, we have a federal program called Better Living for Texans, or shall I say we had, cause September the 30th. That program is gonna go away, and it was also a part of the federal SNAP program, but because of the changes in DC, that program is going away. But anyway, because of the, BLT program, I received funding to do our youth garden program called Learn, Grow, Eat, Grow. But because that funding go away, I know we will use more of that budget line to continue to fund that program. And we are currently doing the youth garden program at Sam Houston as well as down in Karnak. We would like to see it grow, but as of now, we would like to continue to do that garden program next year at the schools. We may not be able to do it at the, how can I say, like the same level of volume. And Commissioner Coons, in case you don't know what LGEG is, the Learn, Grow, Eat, Grow, is the youth learn how to grow different fruits and vegetables. And each week the teacher does a tasting or a sample recipe. And so, the cost of food is going up, therefore everything is going up. So we normally furnish out the food supplies, plates, napkins, forks, in addition to the soil, the seeds, garden utensils. So that money will be utilized, but not only for that program, but any other 4-H and youth development program. And I think we also use that budget line to help pay the registration fees for our kids who went to the state 4-H roundup. So it's been very beneficial to us.
Just based on your front, your sheet here, your summary, it looks like about an $8,000 increase is kind of what you're asking for with the travel and then the, office staff increase. I don't think we'll have a problem either way, but we could reduce some of your 4-H program expenses. You had 16,000 in there, and you'd only spend about 3,000. I mean, if you even tripled that,
Sure.
you're still not
Gonna
spending.
go over.
Yeah. So do you have a?
One thing I'd like to add about that 4-H, at one point when we redid the building out there and made the archery range and the other uses of it, there was some talk early on. I know at the current office that the storage in the back it services y'all and the fire marshal and whatever else. And there was some talk about possibly a storage facility there on site there at the, old ag farm of the archery. I'm gonna call it the archery building, cause that's, and I know there was some talk about a possible, Connex type.
And we did
deal.
buy that this
So it-
budget year.
So it has come out of.
Yes.
Is this part of the, because I noticed that currently y'all spend a little over 12,000. And it's already come out of that? It's been ordered and paid for? Has it been delivered or possibly hadn't been invoiced yet?
I think it's been paid for, hasn't it, Becky?
If it's not paid for, it's been encumbered.
Okay. So we're probably talking $3,000 or $4,000 max on that deal anyway, but I'm kinda like the judge. We had left almost 16,000 in that line item in order after, the extension, or I don't know what they call it, A&M extension picked up our latest. So, or helped pay for it. So, I just wanted to make sure before we really got to looking at what we'd spend in this 24-25 out of that line item, that there had been that request and that we were either in the process of getting it or it had been encumbered, okay. So that answers that question. So,
But we may just leave that again this year. You know, I don't want you to feel like, oh, gosh, we gotta go spend this or we're gonna lose it. If you need it, we want you to have it. If you're not gonna, you don't need that much, that's okay. We'll just pare it back and certainly we can use those funds somewhere else. But let's just take a closer look at that
Of
next
course.
year. If you spend 10,000 this coming year, well, maybe you don't need 16,000 every
Okay.
year. That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine, but we are very appreciative, and trust me, we've come a long way, not just at the extension office, but with our 4-H program. I mean, we have just really touched and reached a lot of different lives, and then in different program areas. I mean, it's constantly growing.
well, I'd just like to echo, I mean, I'm involved personally because of some grandchildren, and it's been a great addition. And the meetings and the events that my wife and I've been to that y'all have had out there, I mean, there's nights that you're looking for a chair to sit in, when they've had some stuff, and there's
Yes.
a bunch. I've never counted them, but there is a ton of young Harrison County students participating in the different things that y'all have
Yes.
grown to in the 4-H, and for one, I'm just tickled to death to see it
Yes.
happening for our youth. That's what we were hoping for when we did that, and I think it's showing dividends. So I just
Yes.
want to echo how much I appreciate
Well, we
what
thank
y'all do out there in involving our younger children in Harrison County.
Ms. McDonald, I think there has been conversations about trying to close off the kitchen from the meeting area.
This true?
Have you talked to Brad about?
I have not. I'll follow up.
Just get him to look at it, and even if it don't happen, we would like to know
Okay.
what would the cost be if we would close that kitchen off from the meeting
Okay.
area.
And I probably also need to speak to Brad about our ice maker that stopped working, but we purchased a new one. So I feel like that's just emptied space that's being wasted. So even if that ice maker is removed and becomes a cabinet, that would be
Well, surely
helpful.
you need another one, though.
But we have one.
Oh, you do?
We have an ice maker in the back that we share with the fire marshal.
Let me ask you a question. When it quit working, it just quit producing ice?
Yes.
Did y'all have anybody check it? Because a lot of
Yes.
times that's a filter issue and not a
It
machine
was
issue.
something about the water line
Wait.
that could not be repaired, or maybe it was
Okay.
too expensive, and it was just best to go on and buy
Replace it.
a new one.
Hey, I would ask, when we go every December down to Nacogdoches for that day class down there, it's always pretty impressive the way they've kind of shut their kitchen off and they've got the window or
Yes.
that area like
Yes.
that. And I know that was something that was probably requested back during the phase of
That
it. and
would
it
be
got
nice.
dropped. But is there any way, you see it in a lot of churches and schools where they come in and they've got got those folding panels that you can shut off or you can open them back up. I mean, I don't know what y'all needs are, but I mean, I don't know if it's something that needs to be a permanent build because you got your entryway coming in from that back door that would need to be blocked out and left. But I just, you know, if it's something that needs to be permanent and where you can shut the doors and lock it up, or if it's something that just, the folding type panels, I'm not talking about a curtain, but they're actually hard panels that close
I know what
up,
you're talking
from each side would be something that would do, y'all will have to tell us what you need and how
Okay,
you need
I'll
it.
get with Brad
Yeah,
and, see what he says, which one would be the best financially and also structure wise.
well, that's gonna be a big issue, the structure type,
True.
without, but anyway, I know it would be, it'd be nice to be able to do it, I mean, so if there's people that needs to be shutting stuff down while the meeting's going on,
Exactly.
it's not a problem for the noise level type deal.
But if you're doing cooking demonstrations or something, I don't wanna close that off and make it so tight that you can't get
Right.
people in there, so. anyway,
That's true.
That's, you need to
Yeah.
take a look at that and see what you're.
That's
what
for
you're
that
gonna do.
door, that
The
folding
folding door,
that he's
cause it will
talking
give you
about.
more space instead
Right,
of
you
having
can just press a
walls.
button,
Yeah.
close it up, press a button, open it up.
Yeah, cause I'd had a canning workshop this, summer, and by being open, people could come in, come out, you know, and I have the 2 stoves, and they came in shifts.
Isn't
They
the
worked out
island
good.
that's out into the room, wasn't it designed so when y'all do your cooking demonstrations that you can do it and it opens out into the, where people, you just turn and look? Is that island there for that, or,
Not really, cause normally when I'm at the stove preparing food, they can just come back there and I have, 2 tables right there, and I can always remove those 2 tables for more space.
so there's not a
If need
permanent
be.
island that's out from the stoves and the sink?
No, sir,
Okay,
those,
it's just
those
a
are
table.
2 tables.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's a good thing that I have 2 tables, cause it kinda helps determine how close they get to the stove.
And that was, I guess the biggest point, if you're back there cooking food, you don't want just anybody
You're right.
Right.
walking through.
True, so like when the tea ladies have their cornbread and bean, I'll take the partitions and kinda block the kitchen off, so maybe that's when those folding doors could, I don't know, maybe almost like a wraparound, so to say, would work, I don't know.
Yeah, Brad would know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, bread will know, definitely.
I see on your equipment line, you've got $2,000 for chairs and $2,000 for tables. What chairs and tables are you thinking?
I had just left that from, last year. We'll probably continue to keep the chairs that we have from this year, but, it was pointed out to me by Louis that the lining underneath the chairs is starting the shred. But he said all the chairs, all the executive chairs do that. And then I was looking at the,
So that these aren't tables and chairs. in-
that we'll probably need
in
for
your
this
meeting
year.
room. You're talking about your office chairs.
Right.
Okay.
But I just left that from last year, cause last year we did purchase new tables and chairs in the meeting room. But like over in our conference room, those chairs, I guess you can say it's kinda starting to shred, cause it's pleather. And I know eventually we will have to,
Yeah.
replace those. It's not that bad right now.
Y'all have any other questions? Matt, anything you wanted to, specifically you wanna talk about in here today?
I walked in at halftime, seems like, but,
We got started about 10 minutes early.
are we talking about the petition between
In
the
the
kitchen
Yes.
and the meeting room? I think initially when we talked about building that building, we referred to the way the kitchen was set up as old hall.
Yeah,
And I don't know what all else on this.
and then we talked about the 4-H budget line item, and, I did verify that we purchased the Connex. We also purchased the gun safes,
Yes. Yes.
and do we have any other big purchases coming up from this year?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
So have you got your Connex delivered out there?
It's not here yet.
Not here yet.
The paperwork took a little longer than we had expected.
All right, y'all have any other questions?
What'd y'all end up buying on the Connex? Did you get one with doors on each end or just the one end?
Just the one, when he told us how much it was to put a door on the other end, we decided that one door would be way plenty. It was a $2,000 or $3,000 increase.
Who'd y'all get from, do you know? I know you do, but were they local?
I think it was Logan. Logan Elwood.
Oh, okay.
All right, I don't have anything else
Okay,
unless y'all have something.
I don't. Thank y'all for the support.
You bet, you bet. Thank y'all.
Thank y'all.
Have a good day.
Appreciate it.
That's the last we had on our list today unless HR or the auditor's office wants to talk about anything. Or the, county clerk wants to talk about anything.
Charlene, you didn't get an option on that. You wanna talk about anything?
You can come talk about something, Charlene.
She said she's good too, Judge, so we polled the audience, so I guess we're good.
All right, we just need a motion here.
Motion?
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Hatfield, second by Commissioner Timmons to adjourn. All in favor?
All right,
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none. We're adjourned. It's 11:11.
all right.
Roll
Thank you all.
races.
We'll do this again, as I mentioned, we'll do this again just at our regular court meeting after our regular court meeting, we'll just go to MC.